Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite big daddy, voice of the street, man. And today we in Chicago, y'all. We in the studio, Brother Ville Entertainment, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, man. You know, I took the day off yesterday and tried to relax, man. So I'm back at you again today. We on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Help me get there. Don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Now, what's going on in the YouTube streets, y'all? Well, let's go to New York. They have indicted the mayor of New York. For what? They ain't even laid the charges out yet. It's so new. They just went in his house the other night, y'all. And I'm talking about there was a lot of them. Now, they didn't show up with Homeland Security like they did Diddy with trucks and shit. But look, I seen a lot of police officers with suits on. This is the FBI, obviously. They had their suits on and shit. They go in there. They didn't have the raid jackets on like they be having with the FBI on it. They just had suits. I don't know what they're investigating, but they took computers, this and that. They raided the deputy mayor house. That's the person who's under the mayor, and a bunch of them. They looking for corruption. I don't know if they got it yet, but I don't know where they getting tips from or whatever, but they sure did. And listen, y'all see the mayor come on there and he get this little speech and he say, I just heard they planning to indict me, and everything that they go indict me on are going to be lies. So obviously he know it's some trumped up charges. That's his opinion, allegedly. That's what he say. And indictments work like this, y'all. They go to the grand jury with whatever they got, and they say, hey, we got such and such, he did this, that, and the grand jury listen, and they either agree to indict or not to indict. Now, you got to remember, in the grand jury, you have no representation. You don't have a lawyer. You don't have nothing. It's like your poor name sitting in there by itself. Just your name on a piece of paper by itself, and the state get to present all the charges, and they go tell the judge what they think you did, and the judge can agree or disagree. Obviously, he agreed because they got the indictment. Now, you also hear another joke. They can indict a ham sandwich. Now, what have you ever known a ham sandwich to do besides give a motherfucker a heart attack? Hit that like button, man. A heart attack. But that's the joke that folks around in the courtroom. That means they can indict you for anything. But that don't mean you guilty or you go lose. Now, when they indict you, y'all, you out with no bond. But when they come get you, when you go in to hear this indictment, they're going to take you into custody. And then they got to talk about a bond. And then they got to set the bond. Once they set the bond, you got to post the bond to get out of jail. That's how it goes. So he ain't been arrested yet, y'all. Y'all see how they did P. Diddy? They raided his house. And it took a minute. Now, Diddy had more stuff than he got, but it take a little while, and then they'll come get you when they get ready to come get you. You know, I don't know what's going on with that, but that is crazy that they got Diddy in there, and now he getting indicted, and everybody been stepping down. T. Jakes, all these people in high places, they've been stepping down because they know they finna bring shame to their company. So it's smart for them to step down. Or the company might have asked them that, like, hey, if you connected to any of that, you need to step down so we don't have no bad publicity. Nobody wants to be involved in these cases. These freak-offs, okay, you was there just doing your thing. But it's bad publicity for anything you own, anybody you associated with that wasn't at the Diddy parties. They gonna be saying, man, I told your goof ass about going to that party, man. Man, you could have got your dick sucked like everybody else, man. The bitch up the street would have took care of you. Man, damn. And this nigga is recording everybody. They ain't even said nothing about that. That's against the law there too, y'all. You know, you recording these people, man, that's not cool, man. And Diddy, what the hell you needed all them tapes for? You don't need to watch no sex tape when you was there. You know you was fucking J-Lo and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett and all these people. You know you was doing it. What you need a recording of it for? But hey, it is what it is. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Now let's go down here to Memphis, y'all. The young Dolph trial has started. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. The young Dolph trial has started, y'all. And it's already a mess, man. Listen. Them boys been sitting long enough. Now they done broke them boys. Now guess who on the witness stand and who telling? Cornelius Smith. Yes, him. And you got Justin Johnson, which is straight drop. And straight drop brother told to him. He told. The only one who ain't getting told long way, ain't hit the stand is Justin Johnson. Now he said he go get on the stand, but I don't know. And Cornelius Govan, whatever his name is, him, he masterminded the whole thing. We knew that. They say he knew Cornelius from, he sold him drugs and pills. They say he was like a little junkie in the neighborhood. All that shit was messy, low budget, y'all, low budget. Cause you go on and hit, you got a towel and shit wrapped around your face, a hat that you got 200 pictures in. Bruh, stop it, man. Y'all couldn't get no all black ninja hat and all. Come on, bruh. And I hate to say this, y'all. Dolph, them cars, bruh, they killed you. Let me tell y'all a story. I seen Dolph in Chicago, y'all. You hear me? I seen this nigga in Chicago. Now, check this how ironic this is. I'm at the light. I know the cop from the video. So I was really just joking when the cop was. I said, damn, there go Dolph. Right? I'm riding me and my girl. A few minutes later, yes, young Dolph was here. Is he gonna go to a concert? So I said, damn, baby, that was that nigga. He at concert in Chicago. I see the car before I even hear it on the radio, y'all. So that was that nigga then. So that's how they found him. They seen, first of all, that was them at the gas station. They sent him. Whoever was filming, they sent him. And Justin Johnson them, they pull up and they see the car. They followed the nigga. He ain't even noticed. And then another thing, I hate to say this, why you don't hire niggas in the neighborhood to watch your back. These niggas, Dolph and his boy, they was snoozing. Now they had the pistol and one in the car like they usually. But both of them are in the store looking toward the counter. Big windows in the back. Bruh, the security should have been facing the window. If he'd have been facing the window, when they seen the woman run, they supposed to been on it. They ain't paying no attention. When the broad see him and she peep what it is, she take right off. And Dolph, I don't know what the hell he was doing because they didn't really show it, but they got caught and he down. His bodyguard had to move out the way and they hit Dolph because they was aiming at Dolph. So all the bullets, when they seen Dolph, they put it on him. So security was able to jump to the side, which is his brother, and then he emptied his gun. He might have not had now, because he had to run to the car and get the other pistol. He couldn't have been throwing none back at him. Not yet. You know, but he went to the car and then he got out on him. He should have got them all. When he got out there and got that car had to go right by him. But a couple of them, do you know Justin Johnson or Cornelius, one of them, they got hit by his bullets, or one of them, they said they shot each other. Ain't that something? You see how close they was, and one was behind, shot him in the shoulder. And I guess security shooting back when they got in the car. One of them got hit. You know. That's just terrible, man. I hate this happening to young Dolph because I like the young Dolph, and out of all places to get killed, bruh, you got killed at the damn cookie shop. And there's something else I seen in the picture that they hadn't been speaking about. You know, the owner of the shop name, Maurice or whatever his name was, right? After Dolph got shot up or whatever, the dude chased the car. That second car was the owner of the shop, black old school, with the rims on it. If y'all look at the video, he pulls up just in time after the shooting. Some people say he was there already. He was just pulling up. That's why people said he was at the shop, because after the shooting they synced the car. But he had just pulled up. That's crazy, man. I like cookies like anybody else, but bruh, if I'm a wanted man, I got bulletproof cars. What the hell you getting out for when you got a bodyguard and a worker? You supposed to go get them cookies. Give me that strap. And if they'd have tried to shoot the car's mostly bulletproof. You know? And that's sad, man, to go out. People just, and then you so cocky. Every car you got, man. Every car you got camouflage. So man, you ain't ducking no smoke at all. You standing out. When are you gonna ride in something covert where you know people's ankle notices you? You don't never want to tone it down. And then the feds was getting in dog business too again, because he said they had just stopped him at the airport, took $30,000 cash and some jewelry and shit, and they took 3 of his phones. And he said, "Why they took your phone?" He said, "They say I'm under investigation." Because Dolph them was still moving that shit. He figured he a weed man. He doing things legal, and his music career is taking off, but he's still moving them pounds how he moving them. You know, giving them to his people on the street, and they doing what they need to do. You know, so I like to say, hey, life is how you make it. I hope if he wouldn't have died, maybe they would have arrested him. Things happen like that, but man, that's crazy. And everybody thought, oh, CMG this and that. Jook is the one put that hit out on him, y'all. Big Jook. So they got the right one. They didn't get Gotti. They got the right one, Big Jook. Because Big Jook probably took it more personal than Gotti did, y'all. Because remember, Dolph talked about him in that record too. Don't play with me, play with your bitch. And he didn't like him. Big Jook, I don't know. I didn't like Big Jook like that either. I like Gotti. Gotti, alright. And you know what, y'all? I tell y'all this too. Because I kind of hated when Mo 3 and Yella got into it. Because I was a Yella fan since Trapping Designer. Since I started seeing these guys on the internet. And then Mo 3, I became an Mo 3 fan. And then they got into it. And I'm like, damn, bro, I hope y'all can squash that. I hope they can squash it. You put the fans and make them have to choose, and they don't want to choose, bro. But they forced to, because you got to pick a side all the time. You got to pick a side. And Mo 3 was having his way with them niggas, y'all. Stepping on them. Stepping on them. Guess what? Every dog got his day. Some dogs get 2 days. You know? And they caught up with Mo 3 and they worked him. All the people he had killed, hey, there it is. It came back, bro. Don't never think you can't get it, y'all, because you always can. Anybody can get it. And they like to get young niggas. See, a lot of people, they respect you. Your reputation will precede you. But these young guys, they get young guys to get young. They too young, and they don't know to fear you. They don't know to fear you. All they know is they trying to make their bones and their name in the street, and they go step because whoever told them to step. They trying to get their juice, their name up. A lot of people be saying, oh, young. You are more dangerous when you are from 14 to your 20s. You are more dangerous. And then you can still be dangerous, but I'm just saying, don't think because a nigga young, He can't be dangerous. Shit. Yeah, the killer up here was 9, y'all. Y'all heard the yummy story. 9. He had 10. He had did so much, and when the heat got on him, they didn't think he could hold the weight, y'all. His own gang had him killed. Because they knew if them people would have got him in that interrogation room, they'd go break him. And a lot of times, it ain't just a matter of break him. If they don't break him, they go trick him because he ain't smart enough to know. They go rephrase it and change the same question. They just go rephrase it 100 times. And if you ain't smart enough to know they're asking you the same question, and you answer it after they rephrase it one time, there it is. There it is. A lot of people go in them interrogation rooms trying to outsmart the police. You'll never be able to do that, bro. Because they ain't going to never tell you everything they got. And you go to talking, you go say something that only the killer know. Nah, I didn't do that. Nah, well, I had left, man, and I seen the red hat on the ground. They'd be like, yeah, that was our holdback. How you know it was a red hat on the ground? That wasn't in the news. We never said nothing about a red hat. No, but when the place got shot up, I thought it was a... Only way you would know that is when you shot that nigga, you seen this hat come off. Nobody knew about the hat but the nigga who shot him. And people go in there trying to dance and play with these people. Don't do that, y'all. You get in there, ask for a damn lawyer, and you just ride it out. Period. You know. Let me know what y'all think. Are y'all following the trial of young Dolph? I was listening to some of it, y'all, and they gonna do the regular shit now, right? Listen, this lady is live. This the judge.
Means that a person acts
Female
recklessly with
judge.
respect to circumstances surrounding the conduct or the result of the conduct when the person is aware of or consciously disregards a substantial and unjustifiable risk that the
occur. The risk must be of such a nature and degree that its disregard constitutes a gross deviation from the standard of care that an ordinary person would exercise under all the circumstances as viewed from the accused person's standpoint. If you find from the proof that the defendant has been convicted of another crime or crimes than that for which he is presently on trial, you may not consider such evidence as proof of his disposition to commit the crime for which he is on trial. The defendant has pled not guilty to each and every offense charged and included in the indictment. Direct and circumstantial evidence. One type of evidence is called direct evidence and the other type is called circumstantial evidence. Direct evidence is those parts of the testimony admitted in court which refer to what happened and was testified to by witnesses who saw or heard or otherwise sensed what happened firsthand. If witnesses testified about what they themselves saw or heard or otherwise sensed, they presented direct evidence. Circumstantial evidence is all the testimony and exhibits which give you clues about what happened in an indirect way. It consists of all the evidence which is not direct evidence. Do not assume that direct evidence is always better than circumstantial evidence. According to our laws, direct evidence is not necessarily better than circumstantial evidence. Either type of evidence can prove a fact if it is convincing enough. A defendant may be convicted on direct evidence, circumstantial evidence, or both. Accomplice. The prosecution has presented a witness who claims to have been participant with the defendant in the crime charged. While you may convict upon this testimony alone, you should act upon it with great caution. Give it careful examination in light of other evidence in the case. You are not to convict upon this testimony alone unless you are convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that it is true. Credibility of witnesses. You are the exclusive judges of the credibility of the witnesses and the weight to be given to their testimony. You should consider all the evidence presented in this case by the state and by the defendant and give it full, fair, and impartial consideration. Part of your responsibility is to determine what the facts are based on what you heard from the witnesses. If there are conflicts in the testimony of different witnesses, it is your duty to reconcile them if you can, for the law presumes that every witness has told the truth. But when you cannot reconcile the statements of different witnesses, then you must decide which witness or witnesses you believe and how important his or her testimony was. You do not have to accept or reject everything a witness said. You are free to believe all, none, or part of any person's testimony. In forming your opinion as to which witness you believe, you may consider the following factors: how the witness looked, acted, and whether the witness appeared to you to be telling the truth when he or she testified. Was the witness able to see or hear clearly? How long was the witness watching or listening? Was anything else going on that might have distracted the witness? Whether the witness was in a position to know about the matter to which he or she testified? In other words, how well could the witness see or hear what he or she testified he or she saw or heard? Whether the witness's statements were consistent and how believable the statements were. Whether the witness had a motive to testify truthfully or to testify untruthfully. And any proof presented of the witness's reputation for telling the truth. All in all, how reasonable does the witness's testimony seem when you think about all the other evidence in the case? Another factor for you to consider in evaluating a witness's testimony is whether the witness has made material statements at some point before he or she testified which are different from his or her testimony at trial. However, unless entered as a numbered exhibit by the court and allowed to be taken by you back to the jury room when you deliberate, proof of any prior different statement may be considered by you only for the purpose of determining if the witness is telling the truth at trial. The contents of the prior inconsistent statement are not to be considered as proof in the trial. Another factor for you to consider in evaluating a witness's testimony is whether the witness's testimony during cross-examination appeared to be contradictory, unreasonable, and improbable. However, immaterial or minor discrepancies or differences should not affect the believability of a witness unless it should plainly appear that the witness has willfully testified falsely. Criminal responsibility for conduct of another. The defendant is criminally responsible as a party to the offense of first-degree murder if the offense was committed by the defendant's own conduct, by the conduct of another for which the defendant is criminally responsible, or by both. Each party to the offense may be charged with the commission of the offense. The defendant is criminally responsible for an offense committed by the conduct of another if, acting with the intent to promote or assist the commission of the offense, or to benefit in the proceeds or results of the offense, the defendant solicits, directs, aids, or attempts to aid another person to commit the offense. Intent means that the person acts intentionally with respect to the nature of the conduct or to the results of the conduct when it is the person's conscious objective or desire to engage in the conduct or cause the result. To find a defendant criminally responsible for the acts of another, it is not necessary that you find the defendant was present or that the defendant took a physical part in the crime. Encouragement of the principal offender is sufficient. However, mere presence during the commission of the...
Anyway, that's just a lot. If you want to hear it, you can go and check that out. Now, you hear a lot of these words and things like that. When you be going in them courtrooms, y'all, I done went in them. Sometimes you don't even... They decide things so quick. Now, this is a trial. You don't normally go to trial until you have to take it to trial. But I'm talking about, let's say, like, when you have court dates, you go out there and they, we're going to set it up for arraignment, such they say a few things, then debate will take you, be like, damn, what did they say? On your next court date on the 28th, the 29th, 26th. They do all that, y'all, to wear people down. People get tired of coming to court. When you are incarcerated and go to court, y'all, let's say your court start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They wake you up at 4 in the morning. You eat breakfast. They got to transfer you, which ain't nothing but maybe a half a block away, take you in where the court at, put you in the bullpen. You was sitting in the bullpen from 4, where you might get there like 5, 6, or whatever. Let's say you 7. From 7 in the morning, you got to wait till 1 to go to court. Ain't that something? So you've been sitting in the bullpen all day. Hell, y'all could have left me sleep. It didn't take y'all but maybe 20 minutes to get over here. And imagine you in jail and you keep doing that, to the point where them boys be so tired from going to court, when they get back, they be glad just to sleep. And eventually you be, man, I'm so tired of this shit, man. What they offering, man? I'm going to take 2 years, man. I'm going to take 3 years. Because when you go to the penitentiary, the first thing they tell you is when you going home. I say this a lot. I have mentioned this. And trust me, that is a hell of a relief. Because when you're in the county, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how much time you go get. You just fighting it out. And if you got a good lawyer, he get you something nice and decent, a low number, and you cool, you know. And like you be seeing them now, and Law and Order, they be going to trial. Trust me, they don't like going to trial. Only high-profile cases go to trial. Most everybody else cop out. Everybody else cop out, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. Now, y'all go watch this here Young Dolph trial. So now we got Young Dolph and Young Thug trial. Young Thug on trial, y'all, and he ain't never shot nobody or none of that. He just hanging with the people. And the people that they allegedly name as killers are the ones that they let out of jail, y'all. Ain't that something? Woody running around here doing interviews and doing all this here, and Thug in jail for what? For what, y'all? They trying to make him like he's a big kingpin, a mastermind. The man was a record label, owns a record label. He didn't need to be doing nothing illegal. There's people trying to hang out with the crowd, y'all. People be wanting they be wanting their validation from the street. And I don't care how much they could be having legal money. They want to act like street niggas. Well, since you wanted to act like a street nigga, this what happened to the street niggas. All these niggas used to have money, this and that, and hey, the system fuck them up. Because when you go to jail, when you come back out the system, you got to start over, bro. You got to start over. You feel me? It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody favorite baby daddy voice of the street. I'm Platinum, I dig you later. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Help me get there, man. I'm out.